Welcome to Doctrine and Devotion, a podcast exploring Christian faith and practice where you can find someone to date.
No.
Wait, no?
No.
What are you talking about?
Stop it.
No, this is
Reformed
now...
Baptist perspective.
No, we're going to have a community
Your
of
name is Joe Thorne, lead
I'm
pastor
Joe
at
Thorne,
Redeemer Fellowship in St. Charles,
lead
Illinois.
matchmaker
And I
at
am
Redeemer
Jimmy Fowler,
Fellowship.
elder candidate at Redeemer Fellowship.
I'm lead
and
matchmaker.
And then you say, hey, hey, hey. And I go, hey, 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 hey. And then you say, what you doing? I'm like, none. What's up with you?
You know what's
and
up with me?
Continue on.
I'm ready to get our people hooked up.
Oh, you're still doing this?
I am ready. Listen, here's the thing. This is the future. This
is not the future.
This is the future.
This is the most annoying thing. Okay, out of all the topics, no, you know what? We've done a lot worse topics. Never mind. This is up there, though, for annoying topics. We've done horrible topics that things are just sad and disturbing.
And some topics have just been horrible because the podcast was bad.
Yeah.
Usually your ideas, but go ahead.
But this one is just,
Okay, so what...
Are we doing this? We're doing
it. Here's the thing. We actually have zero plan. We don't know what we're talking about today, but we were talking about this thing that obviously we're going to wind up talking about right here. So hey, just sit back and relax. We're going to see where this conversation goes. Okay, so
goodness,
I'm not going to name any names, but Harvest Bible Chapel has this app now.
Dude, I thought this was all a joke.
Okay, so somebody told me about it, like it was going to be coming out, so they've got so the church they have a dating.
So they have a dating app.
A dating
for
app.
members of their church. I'm assuming members of the church. Obviously.
Yeah, I tried to register you. I tried to sign up Jimmy. I did, and I even screen grabbed it. I tried to sign up Jimmy on the app.
I tried to sign up Joe.
See, dang it. But then it asks like your marital status. Are you divorced, widowed, or single? And I'm like, I can't lie. So.
Well, yeah, and the reason why I couldn't do it was in my head I was thinking, wait a second. What happens if someone took it serious and saw a photo of Joe Thorne on there?
Well, first of all, I'll tell you right now, I would get a lot of hits. I'm saying if you put me on the dating app,
they're gonna swipe right.
No, I don't know what that means. They're gonna
swipe right.
I'm going to their
Actually,
favorites.
Which one's swipe? What is swipe?
It's basically hot or not. What it is.
Hold on. Which way do you go to?
I don't know. I've never done a dating.
I know.
app.
That's what I'm checking.
I'm married to a fine Christian woman, man. I don't have to worry about that stuff. Yeah. So, anyways, here's the thing. This is a mega church, and it has a dating app. Okay, for their church. And you might think like, well, what's the big deal? Like, we're just trying. I mean, people go to church and they meet and they fall in love. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. And I agree, there is nothing wrong with that.
No, they don't swipe right with you. They swipe left.
No, you were right the first time. They swipe right.
I just Googled it. Swiping right on a photo of someone means you would consider meeting them in real life to see if there is some real chemistry.
But there's probably no pictures, right? Because we don't want to be judging on appearance, right?
No, there are photos of this thing.
Oh, yeah.
There are photos. I looked at their own screenshots.
Yeah.
Show photos.
Yeah, of course.
Of younger and 17 plus.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, like we have no plan to talk about this, but let's just
We're just gonna riff and see where this goes.
So this dating app for this mega church.
Yeah.
Multiple campuses. And it's a way to meet other people in the larger church world.
It's not. Hold on. When you say meet, you're not saying meet. People have a young adults ministry to meet.
Well, they're going to meet after. Yeah, they're gonna meet.
This is an app to get together.
Well, what's the difference between meeting and getting together?
Because meeting is you're meeting with a group of individuals.
No, it's not. You can meet with one person.
Mutual edification.
No. You can meet with one. I meet with one person all the time.
You meet with me, but that don't mean we're swiping left or right.
Well, I would definitely swipe left with you. I would definitely. I'm sorry, dude. You're not going to my favorites. Here's the thing.
There's a favorites?
It's got to be. You got to have your favorites, right? I don't know how
this works. So essentially, what they have is Tinder. They have
but that's for sex.
No, Tinder would say it's not.
But everybody knows it is. Though.
Okay, but you're telling me this is not going to be that kind of same thing? The whole goal behind it is to find your future spouse.
Right.
Okay.
So the sex comes after you're married, not through the app. So like you got to give. Here's the thing: you've got to give believers in the church the benefit of the doubt that they know what they're doing. I'm not concerned with. Right. Listen, the Christians at these churches that are going to try the app, I don't blame them. If I'm a young single dude,
fair enough. I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming the church.
Absolutely. Listen, I find this thing very disturbing, especially when they're like, if you're 17, go ahead, you can get on this thing too. I'm just like
17
years old. My daughter is 16. You want to see me punch somebody in the face? Try and sell my daughter something like that. Like, you want to see me lose my mind? That's good. That's going to be the end of it. I think I would go crazy.
So are you now might not be the time to tell you.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
When I was perusing it, I
Yeah.
saw Catherine,
Yeah, no way.
and I might have bought her a year subscription.
Really? Is it,
For Christmas.
I thought it was free. I thought it was free.
No, she wants
Okay.
premium.
Oh, it's a premium level?
She wants premium.
Dang it. I'm going to have to go
And actually,
confront
there
her
is
now.
I have no idea.
All right, so, yeah, the whole thing is weird, man. So,
It really is weird. As much as we're joking around about it,
Listen,
there's something off about it.
are
At
you
least
against online dating?
No,
Of course not,
I'm
right?
not against
We
online
have people
dating.
in our church that met online, got married, and they're doing great.
I'm not against that.
If you can't find somebody in the real world, then you got to
so
go
I
with the
guess
virtual rule.
Okay, here maybe let's ask this question: are you against? Because I'm not against online dating.
Or online, like meeting people, whatever you call it. Yeah.
What about there's Christian Mingle, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm being serious.
No, I know.
If we're not upset about Christian Mingle, can we be upset about this? Like, what's the difference between the two then? And I think that's an actual good question to ask.
Yeah. Oh, you're really proud of your question.
I'm
aren't
actually
you?
really
Look
proud
how
because
proud you are.
I
Hey,
just
everybody.
dissected this.
Jimmy
I
wants
just
everybody to
dissected
know
this.
how good he is with his questions.
No, I just dissected this down to the main question. What's the difference between those two?
Okay. I would say that there is a place for something like Christian Mingle or Christian Tingle or whatever it is. I don't have any idea. But I would say that for a church to create an app that allows you to go online, see the members, and then essentially swipe left or right to say, like, oh, I'm interested in potentially meeting this person and this person.
And they don't swipe left or right. You have to choose maybe or nah.
Okay. Whatever it is, my problem is that the church is now functioning in a way that it is not designed to function.
So you're saying that the issue is the church is losing sight of its mission.
Well, maybe they would argue we're not losing sight of the mission, but while we're doing mission, like people are, trying to meet their future spouses, and we want to help them do that. And let's first try and be sympathetic. Let's be sympathetic.
All right. Let's be charitable here.
We've got people in our churches. Now, we don't have a lot of single people in our. We have Travell.
That's all we got, Travell.
We have Travell.
And so
Travell
where are the ladies at? Where are the ladies at?
You know what? They're on that Harvest app.
No wonder we haven't seen
You
them
know
in a
what?
bit.
Get Travell on the Harvest app, and he can bring all them ladies here.
Stop. I'm not.
Travell's a good-looking
yes, but
dude.
I'm not going to play.
Christian guy.
Yeah, I'm not playing.
Preacher. He can preach.
I'm not playing.
All right. So Travell's single and ready to mingle. So if you want to,
leave him alone.
Hashtag.
Leave him alone.
I want to meet Travell. There's 2 L's in Travell. Anyway.
Otherwise, it'd be travel. You dummy.
Yeah, I know. Well, people don't know. You think white people know how to spell Travell?
You felt the need to say it.
Of course.
All right. So let's be charitable.
All right. I want the people in our church to have robust friendships. And wow, if there is a single guy and a single girl that are compatible, I want them to meet, fall in love, get married, the whole thing.
Yeah,
absolutely. I totally get that. And I'd be happy to see the church function in a way that could even facilitate that on some level. I guess my problem is that this really smacks of a kind of worldliness. And I could be wrong. It smacks of, okay, I'm already getting back to the other thing. So let's be charitable. I agree. I want to help people make connections, make friendships. And if they're a good match, I want to see them get married. What would you say? Be nice. If you can't say something nice, don't say something at all, Jimmy.
No. I agree with you. Absolutely. If there's a way for people to get together and know each other, I feel like, okay.
Yeah, see, you're trying to go.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I had to stop.
Can't
myself.
go negative.
Yeah.
So you got nothing else to say?
Nothing else to say.
Okay, so there, we tried. Now, what is your problem with this? When you see this app and it's like, oh, so it's a church, like Meetup, let's start dating kind of an app. What's the real problem? Maybe it's just, hey, we're just trying to help people meet one another, create friendships, and maybe get married. Why is that a problem?
I'm really concerned about the worldliness about it. It really
That's what I said.
Worldliness.
Now you sound like a watch blogger. You sound like some watch blogger out there, like just crashing down on people.
No, I think it makes people a commodity within your church. I think that's the part that is.
It does feel consumeristic.
It feels very consumerist there. Like, okay, I can join the app if I'm part of the church. So I need to be part of the church so I can get on the app and maybe meet my future spouse. So I think that there's a consumeristic aspect to it. I think there's a commodity aspect to it. And I do think there's a sense of judging on it because essentially you're judging yes or no
before there's
maybe a no, I should say.
But before there's any context, right?
Exactly.
Because listen, All right, there's a thing here at Redeemer.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it. Jimmy already knows what I'm going to talk about. We haven't talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it. And Jimmy already knows what I'm going to talk about. There's this thing at Redeemer. The guys are ugly and the girls are pretty. That's just the way it is.
That's the way it is.
So when you look at the couple, you're like, oh, she's pretty and he's below average at best. And so it's like most dudes don't have like a super attractive quality to them physically. We don't all look like Brad Pitt. Like I a little bit look like Brad Pitt. Most people.
No. The only thing about you that's Brad Pitt that you talk, the little part, little.
What are you talking about?
Because you said I look a little bit like Brad Pitt. Little is the only thing.
If I'm the Brad Pitt of this show. The point is,
no, you're not.
Not everybody.
The only person that looks good is freaking Aaron Rodgers, Greg Earl.
There are a couple of good looking. There are a couple of good looking guys here, but most of us are below average. But here's the reality. Okay, we're just talking about the physicality and all that initial attraction. But the thing is apart from a relationship, apart from a friendship, you don't know if you're actually attracted to a person. Otherwise, when you look at the picture, your inclination is immediately based on physicality.
Oh.
I'm like, oh.
I'm sorry. There's going to be a lot of dudes that are missing out.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
There's going to be a lot of women that are missing out on great husbands, great men that
it goes
love
both
God.
ways. Totally goes both ways. Like, oh, I don't want to give that person the time of day because they're a little heavy. I don't want to give that person the time of day because they're bald and really short.
So wait, hold on. I like how you put those two characteristics.
They were random. They were random.
Well, you know what? I want to thank you for saying a little bit, quote unquote, heavy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very charitable. You're a little heavy. Dude,
a little heavy in the metric system.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay. Look, in stones, it doesn't amount to very many numbers. That's what I'm saying. Okay. No, it's like you. Let me just tell a story. When I was a freshman in college, I did ministry in the roughest neighborhood in all of Chicago. It was in the Robert Taylor homes. This place was dangerous, and it was me and another dude and this girl. And I hope she's not listening because I'm going to say something here that she may not find very flattering on the front end.
All right, her name is Jen Thorne.
No,
Continue.
it's not. So
it was Jen something then.
No, Jen was immediately stunningly attractive to me. This young lady,
that's awkward then. Okay.
This young lady was not. In fact, I perceived her to be very plain looking. But we hung out, we did ministry together, and within a month, she was the most attractive woman on campus to me.
That's because you ruined with dudes.
No, it's not. No, it's not, you dummy. It's because I
agree. I understand what you're saying.
It's because I got to know her.
Yeah.
And her godliness and her faith, she genuinely became beautiful to me. I mean, literally, she even appeared beautiful to me. Like, she's the same person. Everything was, and it was the relationship that changed it all. Now, and I felt unworthy around her. I mean, it was crazy. That's the problem with this kind of a dynamic. It's just a swipe.
You're missing that aspect to it. You're missing the relational aspect.
I don't like it.
Because the reality is this: if that was around when we were getting to know our spouse, there's no way Michelle would have gave me the time of day.
You look like Taliban. She ain't gonna. She'd be like, no way.
I don't know. Maybe she. Was into that. Who knows?
I don't. Well,
she's from Canada. They let anybody in.
They do. A lot of people go into Canada.
That's it. But I mean, even for us, I mean, there's no way. I don't perceive how it would be by the grace of God, as it was still by the grace of God.
I think about that. Like, okay, so like my wife did not find me like, oh wow, I want to date him. In fact, we became,
no, tell this story.
I'm not gonna tell the whole story.
No, you got to tell the story. No, you're gonna tell this whole, or I'm gonna tell it, and I'm gonna put my spin on it.
We were friends, very good friends.
Mm-hmm. And what did she
friends.
say about you, Joe?
Well, we were.
What did she say?
I have to explain. We talked every night on the phone, like friends do, like good friends do, very close friends. And I asked her on a date one day. I finally got up the courage to ask her on a date. Everybody on my floor knew that I was just madly in love with her, and so I asked her on a date. And I said, "Hey, why don't we go get dessert?" And she's like, "Okay." Now here's the thing: I was so awkward. I was trying to be cool. And she was thinking in her head, why is he doing this like this? What is he doing? He's like got his backpack on one shoulder and he's kneeling down talking to me. Like, it was really weird. So I was trying really hard.
So wait. Stop right there for a second. Was she standing up when you were kneeling down?
She was sitting in a chair, and I had an Eddie Bauer green canvas rucksack on my shoulder. And I thought it all. I'm going to go over there. She's going to be sitting down. I'm going to kneel down on one and be like, hey, girl, what's going on? And so I asked, hey, you want to go get dessert tonight? And she's like, sure, okay.
Dude, I lost respect for you.
Oh, no, I have no game. I have
no game at all.
So we went out, and of course I talked about limited atonement the whole night, and which she loves to bring up. And on the way back home, I was like, man, thanks I had a really good time. Thanks so much. She goes, me too. I had a really good time. And I said, we should do this again. And she goes, oh, yeah. Okay. And I was like, oh. And then the next day, 5 of her friends were like, don't ask her out again. She does not want to go out with you again. Don't ask her out again. Now, here's the thing. She was not initially attracted to me because, well, I'm me. I'm abrasive and below average looking.
And your date night was limited atonement.
And cherry cheesecake.
That you got for free.
No, I didn't. I bought it.
Where'd you buy it?
Sheraton Hotel.
Okay, good for you.
That's why I like to tell people my first date with my wife when I took her to the Sheraton Hotel. Oh no, Pulpit and Pen's going to say something.
Oh no, so you're going to get blogged.
So anyway, so part of the problem I think we both agree is like it kind of breeds. It certainly facilitates some kind of superficiality that we don't.
I agree
like.
with that. I agree with that.
It's dude. It's just come on. Seriously, you guys tell you our listeners. Some of you probably go to that church. Tell us if we're wrong. Maybe we're wrong. Yeah. I really could be misunderstanding it. And I genuinely mean that. I could be misunderstanding it, but I do not like it. It just seems so consumeristic and worldly to me. So if I'm wrong, I would love to hear from you.
I think also, though, you're opening the door for predators. Because, I mean, let's
That's a really good point, dude. That's a really good point.
I mean, because you and I, we went on the thing, and I was going to sign you up. You were going to sign me up.
I mean, not really, everybody. We weren't.
But we couldn't get past the lying.
Yeah, we were not going to lie.
We couldn't get past that.
And I think you might have to have a recommendation past that as well. For the church.
Actually, well, that's really good then. Yeah. I mean, I would say that's actually really a really good prevention.
I'm sure they've got some safeguards. I'm sure they've got some safeguards.
They've thought of because I didn't get through that process.
But listen, just because you're a member of the church doesn't mean you're not a predator. I mean, like, listen, we've got and the church, not that church, and not that church, but churches have a pretty bad track record about covering up sexual abuse.
Yes, I
and
agree with
Jimmy
that.
and I are nearly violently responsive to that sort of a thing. Churches need to disclose, report to the authorities, protect the victims.
Yeah.
This is a very serious problem. So I think you're still on point when you say like, hey, we got to be careful about the people that we're connecting people to. If you're just okay, so this is a really good point, right? It's just as we're thinking it through. One of the primary responsibilities of pastors is to protect the sheep. All right, protect them. And this does seem a little unsafe to me.
No, I agree. Because, I mean, how do you, if someone's a member, and let's say they meet those, I'm assuming they're broad qualifications, and they meet that to get on the app. I think there's also this like, wait, hold on. Are they really healthy enough to be in a relationship with somebody else?
Well, I think that their rating goes up or down based on the number of services that they attend and the ministries that they're involved in. So,
see, I don't know if you're joking.
No, I'm joking. I have no idea.
I really didn't know if you were joking.
We couldn't get into the app, so we don't really know.
I'm like, really?
Hey, listen. Hey, if you guys are on the app, can you just like send us some screen grabs and explain it to us? Because we really want to know what's going on. Because maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're wrong. We're just talking.
Maybe we're wrong.
Listen, this is what Jimmy and I do.
So I guess what is that different than? So what's different between that and like what's that one like a singles mingle?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, don't churches do that? Like larger churches?
Oh yeah, they're like a singles group.
Yeah, a singles group where they get together. I mean,
they hang out.
But I think, but again, that
it's
goes
relational.
Back to that's the relational
context.
aspect that's missing from.
Here's the thing. Okay. People manipulate.
Yeah.
And predators and dangerous people are very good at manipulating,
yeah.
and they are especially good at manipulating one-on-one. So I don't like the idea where we are saying like, hey. Yep. Here's a dude that we're essentially vouching for because he's on our app, and you can meet up with him one-on-one if you so choose. That, to me, is just a little weird. Yeah. Whereas if you have an interaction with this guy in Sunday school or in your small group or you're hanging out with them, there's a little bit more safety buffer there. I
agree, Joe.
So manipulate. Listen, as a guy that was abused when he was young, I have many friends and many people in this church who were abused, who were raped. Like, we're very sensitive to this issue. And maybe we're a little too sensitive, but I don't really care. So we're sensitive to the issue. We want to protect the people, and it makes me nervous. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm willing to say that I could be wrong, and I'm totally open to being corrected on this. But it seems crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were we going to talk about on this episode? Were we going to talk about something?
Well, we were going to talk about mentoring, and then we're like,
coaching. Oh yeah, and then we started
mentoring,
talking about this.
We started talking about this because I do think, I'd like to hear people's thoughts on it.
You want people to meet in church.
I do want people to meet in church.
I want people to meet in church. I want people to get married.
Yeah, and I'm actually trying to reconcile. Like, I'm still trying to reconcile why, like, I'm okay with online dating versus this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that I'm trying to reconcile.
Yeah.
You know, because I
do they
really
do
don't have
do they do a background check on what's that famous one? eHarmony. Do they do a background check? Because
I know a friend that went on that.
If you want to talk to a kid at our church, you got to do a background check. We do a background check on everybody that has any contact with kids. So I don't know what it is.
I think it's the worldliness and maybe Joe, we might have to come to grips with this.
We could be wrong.
No, not just that, but we just might be getting older, and I mean that.
Oh,
like we just might not be like understanding that this is
it's possible
part of it, right?
It's
like
totally
this is
possible.
part of it in this day and age in this culture.
Yeah.
It's not something that we would do because, frankly, I would have to put a fake photo of me and then try to really,
how about
do
that
well
photo?
on that first date.
How about that photo that homeboy edited for us online? I'll put that in the show notes.
Don't put
the
that.
best thing ever. I don't know who that dude was. Hang on,
know,
I'm
but
gonna
it
look it up
really-
right now because it was
really,
the greatest thing
really
ever.
really
So some
good.
guy, he just put this up, and now I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. You know what? He asked to be my friend.
Oh, so you better say yes to that.
Friend request. Okay, this is the guy. So where'd he go? He disappeared. I just saw him. I got a lot of people. Listen, I'm a popular guy. A lot of people want to be my friend.
Maybe it's good. Maybe it's okay. The dating app.
I don't know.
No, for real. I'm starting. I'm like.
I still don't like it.
Because I can't understand why I'm okay with one and not the other. That's the part I'm really struggling with.
Okay, well, I would say
because there's no relationship in the other one either.
No, but it's not the business of the church. First of all,
maybe that's the
not the
struggle
business
I have.
of the church. So that
we're not called to be matchmakers, but it sounds like we hold on though. But we try to from time to time. Come on now.
Yeah,
we tried to.
Okay, so one time I tried to connect Tim Smith with this girl. I was like, so Tim Smith is he was with us for a long time.
Don't say the. I think
I won't say anybody else's name. No. So Tim Smith. So he's married to a wonderful, godly, amazing, beautiful Christian woman.
Yes.
And Sarah, and they have a kid now who looks like Father Christmas when he was a little boy.
Yeah.
Maybe we can put that picture up.
Yeah.
So anyway,
too much Tim.
So Tim was single forever. And everybody's getting married. Oh my god!
I went to middle school with Tim.
Tim was long in the tooth before he got married, and so Tim was like, I don't understand, man. Why hasn't God given me a wife? We're all just telling him, gotta be patient, dude. If God wants you to get married, you're gonna get married. And I was like, hey, I saw this girl the other day at this Christian place. You should go say hi. And so he went and said hi. And he was like, oh, this is really great. And not so. I'm not so good at matchmaking. I have no business being the matchmaker. I'm disciple maker, not matchmaker. That's my thing. But then when Tim was like 30. Or, I don't know, 40, whatever.
He's not 40.
Well, whatever he was 30 for sure.
Yeah, 30, not 40.
He met Sarah, and months later they were married. It was so perfect. They were like, boom.
Yeah. No, so simpatico.
It was great. So, I don't know. We absolutely could be wrong. I'm totally
I could be wrong. I really do
evaluate.
want to hear people's thoughts on this because, like, you and I can riff and we can rant and we can rave and we can kind of, have our, like, be entrenched in our views, and maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe I do feel better knowing, because you had mentioned that there has to be maybe a recommendation.
I think so. So
to me that to me, I mean, I like that better.
I think So my concern is the opportunity for here are my basic concerns. It seems superficial. I don't like that. And it feeds into the American idea or the very Western idea of judging people based on their appearance.
Yes.
Immediately. I don't like that.
Oh yeah, we couldn't survive under that.
No. Well, a little bit.
No, we'd be alone.
I definitely could more than
we'd
you.
only have each other.
All right,
That's
seriously.
all we'd have. No,
It'd
true.
be enough. It'd be enough. All right.
Don't say that. Jen might.
Dude, you
know
complete me. What do you want me to say?
thankfully, Jen and Michelle never
They
listen
never
to our
listen to this podcast. They have
never.
no
They're
time
so
for this.
annoyed with
No.
us.
I don't know. In fact, I don't know anybody who listens to all the podcasts.
Actually, I don't even know any of our members that listen to it.
No, every once in a while they might catch one. Even Brian Malcolm, Pastor Brian, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm back in like your first year on one of the episodes back then." I have no idea what he's listening to.
Fair enough. I get annoyed with us too.
I don't like that. I have some concerns, but yeah. All right. So how do people interact with us on this? If they want to give us some feedback, some advice.
Yeah, I mean, you can follow us on
whatever.
Instagram and Twitter at Doc and Devo, or on Facebook /Doctrine and Devotion. You can head on the website, doctrinedevotion.com. There you can contact us. You can sign up for our email blast. You can hit up the store, sign up for the 2018 Doctrine and Devotion Conference on the Spirit and the Church. Fresh Pod every Monday and Thursday, blog posts on Wednesdays, video content on Fridays. We have a new dating app coming out called Doc and Diva.
What?
Yeah,
I was reading something. What are you talking about now?
we have a new dating app that we're
Doc and Diva. Oh,
Doc
yeah.
and Diva.
Yeah.
So you can sign up for Doc and Diva.
How do they get to that? Where do they go? They go to the Jofo store?
Yeah, you go to the jofostore.com.
For Doc and Diva.
For Doc and Diva.
Before it sells out, though.
You better. There's only limited space.
Yeah, because this is an elite club.
Elite club.
Elite club. Now, only the hottest, most godly people are on this app.
I think I already said Fresh Pod and everything else. Later.